tendency coming to open mics to get up on stage and rip a poem and walk off stage, so it's always good to have somebody introduce you. This one time that happened, I was at this televised open mic, and I ripped a poem, and I walk off stage, and a girl comes up to me, and she says, "Hey, wordplay guy, what's your name?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, it's Scott Smith." She says, "What's your IG?" I said, "Scott, the number 7, Smith." She types it into her phone and says, "Is that you?" I say, "Yeah." She says, "Cool, I just followed you. Will you follow me back? Matter of fact, can I just get your number?" Before I could even calculate the cost of this conversation, she asked another question. "What's your sign?" Felt like I was trapped in a sitcom, or maybe just getting punked. I could tell she was lost, stuck in twilight zones of infatuation. Miss ring on my finger. Her heart, I think, was broken, or maybe it was still breaking bad. Mad Men had turned her pages in all kinds of directions. Game of Thrones on her mind. Wanted to sit next to mine. She thought I king of queens and she could be one of plural. She thought I single and she could carry crown. She became shooter. She thought I bachelor, thinking love is blind and this could be the good place to find it. So I had to tell her, listen, girl. You seem cool for sure, but I already been married at first sight. Not to this random girl at the open mic, but to my actual wife, see Lena. Yes, Lena. She's over there, y'all. I'm the only one allowed to call her that. Lena and I sat next to each other in pre-K. Went to L middle and high school together, 2nd to 12th grade, and the way our last names lined up with hers being P and mine being S, she was always at the desk right next to mine. She was girl next door. Literally, both of our fams' places were across the street, our lives intertwined by supernatural outlines of some grand gifted storyteller. And even then, we were just friends. Never dated back then. I thank God we were saved by bells. We both hooked up with the wrong people. I was Fresh Prince, more like Son of Anarchy, wrapped up in Friday Night Lights and Saturday Night Lives with a band of brothers drinking beer, saying cheers, thinking we was in the Wonder Years, putting all our futures in jeopardy. Chasing good times, we were fugitives on a world race. Shoulda on a number of occasions actually been arrested. Development of Walking Dead always breeds run-ins with Law and Order. Exactly how far? Go to the local news archives. Look up my name spelled with the letters D, U, and I. Spinning steering wheels of fortunate I didn't end up in ER or burying one of the boys 6 feet under. And even in the midst of being a survivor amidst all this crashing thunder, cats, I can honestly say, Lena was always going to be home. Landing there would take some time, though. I was busy chasing idols and X Factors who might have had some level of talent, but Dar was always eventually going to be my star. Trekking towards Sex in the City with all types of other broads was merely detour until I met Doctor who prescribed me with the lens to see my house of cards was folly. I was blinded by gray, anatomy of eyes, not in living color. Everything I pursued was dead. Would you believe me if I told you? I truly am the luckiest man on earth. To go from scandalous, living shameless, caught up in the euphoria of new girls, to being wifed up, knowing my wife is rose and I soil. Roots in love under lock and key and peeling back layers to expose our dreams. No side, one piece could ever come between what is we. She, the soprano to my tenor. The citrus orange to the new black mirror to my vanity, and now we, in our 30-something, step by step, making home improvements on our way to filling a full house. My family matters too much. So no, sis, you cannot have my numbers. And I don't mean to kick you to curb. Your enthusiasm is unparalleled, but we'll probably stay stranger things unlikely to change when your motives seem counterfeit. And before y'all think this Family Guy's being a little bit too direct, it's paramount for me to sling these words to any other peacocks who loose their lips because they're max prime to Netflix and chill with me. See, this knee touched earth for the only stars in my universe. So no, I cannot and will not be yours, nor anybody else's for that matter, special victim tonight. But I might as well say this, cause believe me when I tell you, there was a time when I was you. And these types of conversations are the office I choose to dwell in, so listen. If I could even low-key, remotely be of some assistance, help you turn down the volume a bit, rewind the tape of your life before it's even scripted and give you something to record, this moment could be the last chance you have to see something other than a rerun. So I got to make sure the picture is clear. And ironically, like I said, this conversation is probably the reason why I'm here. God is more than just taxi to afterlife. More than a moonlighting magic man waving a wand, a vision of his true nature reveals he's acquainted with your hurting. He brings gorgeous from dirt, and he's more than Oz behind curtain. He holds expanse in his hands, can scrubs you clean like SpongeBob and weave your past mistakes, manifest his presence and present you mosaic. What if I told you God sees you as golden, girl? Even when all you see is silver linings, he calls you chosen. His commitment never dips below 100%. He is willing to, like bird fly South Park, his love inside your chest, graft you into his community, be your shield, alleviate your fears, factor your tears into his ocean, and never discount their weight. He can show you both his will and grace. And he will never settle for the outer banks of your heart if only you allow him to change your channel tonight. Poem.